All right, everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we are giving a voice to the people. I want to give a big shout out to my executive producer, Jamani Anamdi, my creative director and producer, Sheldon Smith, and Earl the Other Winfrey over at Intellectual Radio. And I also want to give a special shout out and thanks to all of you guys who tune into the show and always are listening to the voices of the people. We have a great show lined up for you tonight. I have two exciting guests, and I know it's Tuesday night. I'm normally on Wednesday, but you get twice this week. You get me 2 times. So before we get into it, we're going to kick it off like we always do, a little something like this.
Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, there ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. Ain't no stopping now, it ain't no stopping now. This what you wanted, cause ain't no turning back. This what you wanted, cause ain't no turning back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Simeon Henderson Show. And tonight, I am super excited. We have with us LaToya Hunter. She's a producer for the web series Love Goals, which is a modern day organic love. Better than experimenting with the e-relationship love found on a dating site. It remains to be seen, right? So find out what this modern day love story reveals about a couple that decides to join an online dating site while engaged to be married to each other. So Love Goals executive producer and creator and writer Maurice Dortch is also with us today, and it's going to be awesome. Maurice, he'll share with us his personal insight surrounding his experience creating the hit web series Love Goals, and we're gonna have a little fun tonight. So I hope you guys are ready to find out a little bit about love, but most importantly to find out about this super dope show that's coming up. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring in two people that I know very well and are near and dear to my heart, LaToya and Maurice. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Simeon?
Y'all like the intro idea for y'all? I had to make it.
I'll make sure Toya cash app you that.
Hey, look,
you ain't got to already cash app them.
I'm not gonna get the money if she's supposed to send it.
Not at all.
So guys, let me say this. I'm super excited. I'm super excited about the project, and for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is, Mr. Dortch, you do some great work. You got great writing, you do great work, and then you're also teamed up with this superpower sister that's been doing great work as well. So throughout this interview, everybody, we want you guys, if you have any questions, you can put them up, it'll pop up. And you're also going to see where you can go and be a part of it, meaning helping to get this going and get it off the ground and support the Love Goals. So you can click the link. It'll be in there. The duration of the show, I'm going to keep it in there so you guys will know what's going on as you take part in this interview. So I'm going to start with you, Toya, because ladies are always first, right?
Appreciate it.
Yes,
I guess I should answer that question. Yes, ladies are always first.
Is that right, Mr. Dortch?
That is right.
So everybody, we are here with executive producer and creator and writer and producer Maurice Dortch and LaToya Hunter. LaToya, let's start with you. Talk to us about the Love Goals Seed and Spark fundraiser, which will end, in 1 week?
And so, yes, it's going to end. We are actually down to 5 days left in the fundraiser. So again, Simeon, I just thank you for having us on your show, because the more that we can talk about Love Goals and just this amazing web series that we're planning to film this summer, and then also just continue to spread the word of how people can, support and be part of helping us to raise the funds. So thank you for giving us this exposure to do so. And I'll leave it to Maurice to talk a little bit more about Love Goals itself. But the Seed and Spark fundraiser, our ask actually to shoot all of this, because let me get some perspective. We are planning to film all 3 seasons at one time. So we, are certainly excited to do so. And in order to do that, we have a budget of $65,000. No, it's not a secret. It's on our seed and start. We want transparency. Transparency leads to success. So we want you to know we're trying to raise $65,000, and we are at 56% of our goal. And so really what we are asking family, friends, people who like to support those who are creative filmmakers, is to check out our Seed and Spark page. You will see that we have 11 incentives for the nomination that you pledge. And just continuing to share and follow and like the page makes a difference as well. So we'll talk more about fundraiser, but absolutely, if you want to support a dope project that is created by the man Maurice Dortch, and have some talented cast members and crew members working behind the scenes, we greatly appreciate that. So that's the Seed and Spark that you're going to hear more about.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a little later into the interview because I'm going to show everybody an actual promo for Love Goals on a Seed and Spark fundraiser. But before I get to that, I want to start with you, Mr. Dortch. So talk to us about your personal insight and experience with creating this web series, and answer this question. So you guys are shooting three seasons. How long are the episodes?
510 minutes each.
What?
No.
Look,
One of those things.
hey, look, you really threw me off.
Each episode ranges between 8 to 12 minutes per episode. A total of 27 episodes.
Cool.
That lasts over 3 seasons.
Cool. So give us your personal insight about the experience and coming up with the you created Love Goals.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
It was inspired by a similar situation in a relationship where I was watching the eHarmony commercial, and I asked my girlfriend, like, do you think we would have matched if we would have met online? And she emphatically said no, because I wasn't her type, which is like a hard pill to swallow, right? As a man, I'm a man about mine. I think I'm everybody's type, or she could have just, pulled a Ray Smyrna and said, I ain't got no type. And she was like, no, you not my type. And I was like, dang, just hurt a brother, but no. So I said, well, let's see who's right or wrong. If we would have matched online, I wouldn't let it go, just like any other man. We don't know how to let
Of course.
go. And so we ended up creating profiles, and then halfway through, we was just like, yo, why are we doing this? And so we decided to let it go. But then the creative side of me kicked in and was like, man, what would happen if a couple actually goes through this? And and that's how Love Goals was birthed.
Wow. So now when we talk about putting together a project, a successful project, it's all about the team. It's all about the people that you surround yourself with and that you work with. Tell us about your success, Toya, as CEO and president of the Hunter Scott production company, because I know Maurice, and I know you, and I know that when you guys do something, you're doing it because you want to win, you want to put out a great project, and you want people to be entertained. So Maurice said, okay, you know what? Let me find somebody. Let me go on over here and get Toya. So what was it like for you? What is it like for you having your own production company and being able to work with other people?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Hunter Scott Productions is my my production company. And so I just wanted to be clear that Love Goals is actually part of Pipe Dreams Deferred, which is Maurice's production company. But definitely to your point, Maurice reached out and said, Toya, we've always talked about wanting to collaborate and work together, and I have an opportunity for you. And what I would just say for myself, having my own production company, ownership is everything. And I would say shout out to my mentor, Mark Harris, because that's something he constantly has preached from the moment I asked him, the first question was, own your content and put yourself in position to, maintain that content and make a difference for yourself. And so that's, something that I've been able to do, but also in the process, being able to work with some amazingly dope folks here in the Chicago filmmaking scene. And Maurice, he and I kind of crossed paths on one of films that actually were being produced a couple years ago. And through that conversation, we were like, when that moment happens that we can work together, it makes sense to work together, let's do it. And so that moment's here, which is Love Goes. And, what I could certainly say is I read the script. Maurice mentioned that it's 3 seasons. Let me just say this, it's a page turner. So I was done reading all 3 seasons after a few days. And, it's a testament to not only Maurice's amazing writing, but also the amazing writers that are part of the Love Goes web series as well. So, for me, even being my own, creating my own, directing my own, I absolutely would work with Maurice over and over again because he's a brilliant, talented individual who makes some dope projects. So it's a no-brainer for me.
Okay. And you are a talented brother. And you know what? I'm gonna say this out loud. I have I ever worked with you yet, Maurice?
No, not yet. Not yet, but it's coming, brother.
How long have been knowing you? Hey, Maurice, I'm so petty. I'm so petty. But I'm only playing.
I know. I appreciate that, brother.
Hey, Maurice, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna send it to you. I have a picture of us. Remember the Inglewood? I think it was the Inglewood Film Festival back in like 2016 or 2017, something like that.
Is that the one where Malcolm and David?
Oh, you remember that? You remember that? When Malcolm, yeah, because that was hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, now y'all got me like I want to see this picture.
Nope. I can't
do it because I can't do that to my boy Malcolm or David. So I can't do it. But Maurice already know. That was hilarious.
I still hold it over David's head to this day.
Man, look, like, hey man, you gotta take it off. So everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people, and we have the lovely producer LaToya Hunter, and we have the very talented young man, and we would say handsome young man, Mr. Maurice.
Thank you. I love to say you gave her lovely, and then I get talented.
You like that, brother. So Maurice, and talking about your project,
look, you ain't got to give out compliments you don't mean.
Hey, Toya, if I say it, I meant it. If I said I meant. So Maurice, here we go. Okay. So we're talking about, we want everybody to know about the Love Goes campaign, because this is going to be a dope project, and it's one that we really need to be out there. So talk to people about the Love Goes fundraiser, the table read, and how those funds will support the web series. How will the funds support the web series?
So this project, we decided, this is my first project, but we decided to raise funds for, and the project that we're trying to do is an aggressive project, 3 seasons at one time, right? And so in order for us to do that, it's threefold. One, you have to make sure you have the right cast, seasoned actors. 2, you have to make sure you have the right crew that can work efficiently. And then 3, you have to make sure that it's COVID compliant. So when we went through the numbers, we came up with this budget so that we can make sure that we have not only a production of a great cast and crew, but also to keep them safe in the middle of a pandemic. So this is why it was important for us to raise these funds, to make sure that we had a success on multiple levels. All the funds are going to the cast and crew. We've been very fortunate and blessed that we have a team of producers who we all waived our fees for this project. It's not about the money for us. This is really about just telling this dope story, getting actors back to work after this pandemic, and also being able to hire local catering services and restaurant orders from Black-owned businesses. That's what we plan on doing with this money as well. We're not just, asking people just to give us food, but we want to get back to the restaurant industry. We want to get back to the actor community. We want to be able to put money in the pockets that these communities have been hurt by through this pandemic.
Okay, I love it. So I got a surprise for you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring somebody in. He's invading my space. So I told him the only way he can do this is if he donates to the project.
I'm not giving
Okay,
Toya nothing.
So everybody, this is the one and only Tyrone Muhammad. You've probably seen his face somewhere. I'm not gonna tell you how you've seen his face, but I told him that he needs to donate to the project, so he's going to donate.
Absolutely.
To the project.
And not only should he donate, I know he can write big checks to donate as well. So, Brother Muhammad, I'm be checking.
I'm poor. You still owe me dinner.
Hey, look,
you doing too many amazing things in these streets. We see the amazing stuff that you're doing with your organization. So kudos to you.
No question. I'm gonna figure out something. Keep Toya. I think you got my number. My man Maurice,
Maurice Dortch.
Man, listen, I'm gonna most definitely do something for sure. Matter of fact, we need to sit down and see what you're doing, because I got a lot of these what is that tavern Rush Streets. I got a lot of restaurants that I deal with that take my kids in, that we could get some money from these people. They got money. Dang, y'all play too much.
This is being recorded. It's being recorded.
I don't know.
And people watch it.
Y'all know I'm high. I don't run. Hey, I'm high. I do it and wait on the police.
We know he don't hide and run. Hey, thanks, Thank you, boy. I appreciate you, brother. Everybody, Tyrone Muhammad. Check him out at intellectualradio.com. But Tyrone is a real good brother, and we need that's what we need. We need people that have resources to come in and help people like yourself, Maurice and Toya, as you're doing your projects.
Absolutely.
And I'm letting you know right now, the Simeon Henderson Show is going to make a donation after the show is over. I don't have 5,000 right now to give up. Maybe in a couple of weeks, but no.
Look, you can drop $80.
I knew she was gonna. You get on my nerve.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like I told my good friend Tony Briscoe. He tweeted. He said, "Man, I wish I had the resources to fund the entire project." After he gave, and I told him, "You do. Keep praying, because the prayers of the righteous availeth much." So that's all we ask for. Give what you can. If it's $5, $10, $500, 5,000, nothing is too small. And even if we tell people all the time, even if you can't give financially, we still Seed and Spark is a great website that they actually help filmmakers. The more followers we have, the more help they give. So if you can't give financially, you could go to Seed and Spark, look up Love Goals web series, and then just follow the page. It costs you nothing to support.
And it's up, everybody. You see up right below us, you see http /seedandspark.com/fundraiser/love-goals-a-web-series. Okay.
Absolutely.
Make sure you get in tune, and like I said, it's all about, and anything that I can do to help guys, whether it's giving exposure on the show, or whether it's donating what I can, we're going to spread the word, because we're going to get people to definitely support, and we have people sending up prayers and everything, so that's cool. But what I want to do,
thank you, Amy.
What I want to do, what I would like to do, Toya and Maurice, is I would like to show people the campaign so they can have a little visual to go along with what we're talking about, and with the website where they can go to. So everybody, you're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. We have the lovely Toya and the handsome Maurice Dortch on the show. And I just want to give a shout out to my executive producer, Jamani Anamdi, Sheldon Smith, Earl the Other Winfrey at intellectualradio.com. Make sure you guys stay in tune and check out Love Goals. Here's the campaign right here on the Simeon Henderson Show.
Hi, my name is Maurice L. Dortch, and I'm the creator of the upcoming web series Love Goals. And I want to take a moment to introduce you to two people that are dear to me, Moni and Gavin. And the series Love Goals is about them. It's a modern day love story that follows this engaged couple as they unwittingly open Pandora's box to test the theory of what's more real, organic love or a relationship.
Hey, you think if we had met on one of these online dating sites, we would have been a match?
No.
Wait, huh? What?
Now, Love Goals is inspired by a true story. Okay, it's inspired by my true story.
Somebody please cue the violins.
Hey, wait, it's not your turn, Latrina.
Stop. Trust me, you do not want to hear Maurice's sad story. Hi, I'm Trina Blair, co-head writer of Love Goes. And yes, Love Goes is inspired by Maurice's life. But the story speaks to anyone who understands that finding and keeping real love in today's modern age is not always black and white. So Gavin and Moni decide to let dating apps and algorithms test their love. And what happens next is a series of events that, you know what? I won't give the whole story away. Suffice it to say that it's complicated and very entertaining thanks to our team of talented writers who bring Gavin and Moni's story to the screen. Yes, even this guy. Really, dude? We also have an amazing team of creators led by executive producer and director Axel Reefman.
Great job, Latrina. Better than the first guy. Choosing Chicago as the setting of our show is based on its atmosphere and predictable weather, but also because sometimes with its beauty, it complements our story or even it mirrors it. During the 10 episodes of our show, we'll show you how making a seamlessly innocent mistake can open a Pandora's box of trouble.
When I first met you, you weren't my type, okay? But we got to know each other. You grew on me.
Oh, like a fungus.
Sure. But like a truffle.
With the pilot episode shot and currently in post-production, we are just getting started. Hi, I'm Angelica and I'm one of the producers. I'm really excited that you have decided to watch because we have an amazing story that's going to resonate. And most important, we've assembled an amazing team that with your financial support will help us pay them, will help us pay for locations, pay for food, for music, for everything that we need to tell the story and share it with the world. So thank you for watching, and for every donation, there are ways that we will be showing our gratitude. So please stay tuned and check out our page before you go. Thank you.
All right, everybody. I am super excited and I'm proud to be able to have LaToya and Maurice on the Simeon Henderson Show as we push their project because we want to see it come to fruition because it's going to be dope. I want to get into a few more questions before I let you guys go. First question will go to you, Toya. You know, you being a woman and all, I want to ask you, talk to us about the type of chemistry that makes two individuals the perfect match.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Now. I got some good questions, Maurice.
Come on, Simeon.
No, I'm joking.
Come on, Simeon. Ooh, that's such a good one. I of course I would say communication, right? Okay. I think that's at the top. However, my key word has been alignment. Like people always want to talk about compatibility and all that fun stuff, but alignment, two people who are, you know, in similar journeys, who have similar vision on what they want long term and being able to partner on that life journey together. I feel like that is what really is the answer to what makes love goes.
So you know you just broke up a lot of relationships, right?
I just set some people free. That's what I've done.
What happened to that whole opposites attract? So you're saying is if you're a filmmaker, you need to be with a filmmaker, and if y'all not aligned, it's a cut.
No, I'm not saying if you're a filmmaker, you need to be with the filmmaker.
I was just giving you an example.
Oh, yeah, no. But what I'm saying is that at a foundation, you should at least have, you both should have similar goals of what you want to accomplish. That's the first starting point. And then you can build from there. But opposites can still attract and opposites can still be aligned at the same time. So.
Well, you know, I'm sorry, Maurice. She has to explain that to me because I couldn't read till I was in like 6th grade.
I know.
I'm still having some issues. I have flashbacks, and you know, you got to shake my head a little bit.
Listen, looks ain't everything, y'all. You gotta like who that person is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Maurice, talk to us about the launch of Pipe Dreams Deferred and your Do It for the Dream event?
I'm not familiar with the second question, but I answered the first one.
The Pipe Dreams Deferred?
No. The second one was Do It for the Dream. I'm not familiar with that one. That might be a typo or something.
It might. Oh, my bad. It's Do It for the Gram.
Oh, okay.
Don't do me like that. Look, everybody, this is live, so we all make mistakes.
No, I said that's what I said. It might be a typo. I didn't know. But
I told you I had a hard time reading.
I didn't know.
No, wait, I gotta
had created a new event. I didn't know about it.
Wait, no, don't put it on me. But I gotta interrupt because I know Brother Muhammad came on.
What?
Simeon, you wasn't joining them, were you?
Who?
You.
Joining who?
Brother Muhammad. I'm assuming that means herbal essence.
No. Definitely not. I don't indulge. Even though it's illegal, I don't indulge.
I'm just
But
making
no,
sure.
Pipe Dreams Deferred was created in 2017, established in 2017. The name stems from a comment that my father told me when I first got into, decided to stop studying for pre-med and change my major to communications.
Oh, wow.
And so he was just like, you live in a pipe dream. And, and it's not a knock against my father. It's just, most parents, you got a son or you got a child that's going to school for what, as most Black people we know, is like a sure shot, which is medicine.
Yeah.
And you go into something where, people is like telling somebody you want to be a singer. And we all seen those movies and the parents like, what are you talking about, a singer? Go learn a trade, And but since then, my father's been my biggest supporter. And I appreciate it. And I love him for that. And so I decided to name my company what was told to me, and it's a pipe dream. It's just a bird, and we're actually living the dream.
That's what's up. And I think the cool thing about that, and no knock against our parents when we can't see it, or our friends when they can't see it. Everybody, your dream is your dream. Everybody don't see your dream. Everybody don't live your dream, and they think they're going to tell you what they think is best for you. But at the end of the day, you have the power to choose what's best for you. And I think that a lot of people make that mistake, Maurice and Toya, that they do what's the popular decision instead of making their own personal decision, and they're not always happy in the end. So, and you know me, Toya, I've gone against the grain. I was a police officer, a teacher. I left all of that to do this, and I refuse to give up. But you can't let someone else's opinion become your reality. So that's why I'm so glad you guys are doing what you're doing.
And Simeon, go ahead, Maurice.
No, I was just saying, my lead actor, Jarrell, he posted something today. He said, you and God know your calling. It wasn't a conference call, which means that everybody's not going to know what God called you to do.
That's right.
You just got to step out on that faith and move forward. And I've been very fortunate to have a lot of people who have sold and believed in us, believe in this project, who has given and made a pledge, and we appreciate everyone that has, and and that's okay. I love hip hop, and one of the things Fabulous said, make a movie, let the haters watch. Need to do.
Well, and one thing, I was gonna say one thing I just wanted to just add, just especially to what the two of you are saying. We oftentimes celebrate those who are already successful. Like we'll all talk about the Tyler Perrys of the world for weeks on end about him opening up his own studio. We'll talk about Issa Rae and her accomplishments. We'll talk about Ava DuVernay, and the list goes on and on. Mm-hmm. But what we don't talk about are your local creatives who are trying to achieve something similar, or if not greater, and pouring into those who are actually around you, sometimes in your circle, sometimes in your community, etc. And so, it's how do we continue to create that sense of community, that when we see others, trying to achieve something, whether we're in agreement or not, whether we see the vision or not, how can I still sow into, you know, what you believe your calling to be? Because I don't know how I might get blessed on the back end just from sowing into your stuff.
There it
you
is.
know, and so that's just one thing I just would say to any, you know, anyone watching, any creative, is that if you have people in your inner circle who's reaching out to you and saying, hey, I'm wanting to start a business, take a moment to say, you know, what can I do to help them start this business? Do I connect them with people who, you know how to write a business plan? Or do I connect them to somebody who works at a bank that can, you know, get them the loan that they need? Because oftentimes we like to keep things so close to the clutch, to our hearts, that we might be blocking our own blessing and someone else's at the same time. You know, so I say that because, of course, here we are with our project, you know, asking people to go to our Seed and Spark page and donate and share, because, of course, yes, we believe in it, but we also know that this is greater than us as well. And so the importance behind, you know, having a project like Love Goes, that, you know, we have phenomenal cast members who have a chance to show their talent. We have a phenomenal crew members who have a chance to show their talent and film here in the city of Chicago, and be able to ensure that local businesses, you know, are supported as well. So it becomes a win-win when we get to really support each other with, you know, with a community mindset.
And just to add to that, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Just to add to that, you know, what Toya said, like the Ava and the Tyler, before they was Ava, before they was Tyler, before they was Spike, they were people who had dreams. And we're those same type of people. We're those same creatives. You know, Spike hit the streets of New York selling socks, doing whatever he can to film She's Gotta Have It. And so this isn't, you know, this is that same dream, the same ambition. And, you know, we're definitely gonna do the project, and we just love your support.
Man, you got, you know, you're preaching to the choir, because everything that I stand for, and that's why, and Toya, you know, well, Maurice, you know this about me too. Since the beginning, I've always supported people in their projects. So whether I could act in it, whether I can help them get a location, get a police car or whatever, I've always done it. And people know that they can come to me, because I truly believe what you make happen for another man, meaning mankind, that God will make happen for you. And my heart is truly to serve people and do things for people. So anytime, I think we need to learn how to really get involved with helping people's dreams come to pass, because you're going to need somebody to help your dream come to pass. And all these people that don't understand the importance of partnership, the importance of teamwork and having a good team, it's those are the people that don't have as much success as they should have, because they don't know how to work well with others, or they don't understand the importance of working with others. So you guys definitely understand that, and I appreciate you guys for sharing that with us, because people need to hear this. So let me ask you this last two questions. Latoya, what is the message that you want to resonate most with Love Goes, with the viewing audience? What do you, and this is going to be for both of you guys, but I'm asking you first, what do you want to resonate the most with the audience, with the viewing audience?
I would say I have quite a few thoughts, but what I will say is that Love Goes is a story in which I would say everyone can relate to, you know, whether, you know, regardless of your race, your gender, your preference. Love Goes is an authentic love story. And so I feel that through all the characters and the complexity of their experiences, that there's realism associated to it. That, you know, in addition to Maurice's, you know, it's starting with Maurice's experience, it also taps into some of the other writers' experience. And so there's an organic storytelling that happens, that there's at least one character that you're gonna be like, damn, did they write my autobiography? Because it's so many, it's so many similar situations that just as being a human being, we find ourselves in. So I love the relatability. I love the genuine love that exists. We've been talking a lot about the fact that this is a story that does not involve trauma. So it's great to be able to go through the ups and the arcs, but without necessarily walking away like, God damn, like here's another traumatic ass love experience. So that's why I would say that I appreciate much about Love Goals is that it's an authentic love story that we all can connect and relate to.
Cool. Maurice, because I want you to end with that. So before that, I want you to understand, here at the Simeon Henderson Show, we do our research.
Okay.
So, when I asked you the question before about Pipe Dreams Deferred, that was some years ago. I just want people to know that you got a little skin in the game, brother. You got a little skin in the game. But now this next question, tell us about the once in a lifetime opportunity that you were given to write for a major award show in the year 2000.
So what prompted my lifestyle change, I got to be clear with that, my writing lifestyle change was that
I'm not playing with you, brother.
Is that a family friend of mine, Valerie Norman Gammon, she used to she was the executive, one of the producers for the Essence Awards show. And I came home after some break in school, and she was like, she just looked at me, and I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? She's like, you wasting your talents. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she was like, people would kill to learn how you write naturally. And I was just like, nah, people, if they know how to write, they know how to write. That was my thought process.
Right.
And she was like, I tell you what, I put my money where my mouth is. Paraphrasing. And she said, I'll fly you out to New York, pay for your hotel and your room and board, and be a writer's PA on the Essence Awards show. And I went out there and it changed my life, man.
That's what I'm talking about. But see, the key is although you thought what you thought at first, you still took the initiative to take that leap to go do it.
Oh man, it was a free trip to New York. Who ain't gonna take that trip?
Hey, now I'm gonna say, you black. Hey, look, New York, sure I'll go.
But I took it serious. I didn't take it like it was just something just to do. Just the standard. I was raised on setting the standard. From my father, from my mother, even to Valerie. Like even in that process of me writing, she gave me the opportunity to write the intro for Queen Latifah, when the narrator come on and they talk about who's coming out to present. And at the time, Queen Latifah had just had her show, I think for a year on CBS, her talk show. And so I'm thinking I'll be clever, and I'm like, it's the Queen of Daytime talk show, right? But the host was Oprah. So when I submitted, I'm thinking, oh man, this is cloud. You play on words, they gonna love this. Man, Valerie snapped on me. She's like, what are you talking about? The Queen of Daytime Television? Do you know who's hosting this show? And I was like, I was out trying to play on words. So
Queen of Television. No, I'm joking.
Right. So I rewrote it, and it never made air because Queen Latifah didn't make it for that particular show. But just the experience itself, man, was life changing, and came back home, and the rest is history, man. I've been fortunate to work with a lot of people. I've written with Lil Rel, Chris Red from Saturday Night Live. I worked with Corey Hendricks from all type of shows. The most recent one was Fargo's FX as Obi. Like, he killed that. Shout out to Corey. I've been very fortunate to work with a lot of talented people, and we just begun, and I'm very excited to just see my circle win. My mentor Pete Chapman, who's been directing all type of shows from Blackish to You to Mixes, all types of stuff. And so when God show you that, man, like he blessing other people, you got two options. You can sit back, be jealous and mad, or you can say if he'd do it for them, he'll do it for me.
Come on, brother.
I'm standing on that ladder.
Come on, Pastor.
Come on, brother. And hey, look, I'm telling you, brother. And I was thinking about the other day, Corey is one of my good friends. I've worked with Corey on several things. I've worked with Lil Rel and different people. And I always tell people, I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was giving them some advice, and they were shocked because it was something that both of us would be going for, but I was helping them, and they couldn't understand why. And I told them something. Troy Pryor. Troy Pryor tells this story to this day, and I never realized it till one day I heard it. But he said one brother came up to me and helped me, and he was going after the same thing I was going for, and I couldn't understand it. And he told me what's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you. And that was me with him like 15 years ago. And but my point is this: you can't try to beat people down and think you're going to win, or beat people down just to get to the top. You can't. It doesn't. People try to do that, but people like us that walk by faith and not by sight, we understand and know that you have to treat people how you want to be treated. And that's what I appreciate about you and LaToya, the people that you are. So
appreciate that.
So everybody,
listen, it's enough out here for us all to win. That's the reality of it. And honestly, we all could win if we all work together to win. So that it's still the simple 1 + 1 will always equal 2. But with that, I just think it's always important to, when you're able to connect with people who have that good spirit, that work ethic. That's one of the things I do love about producing certain projects here in Chicago, is that there is some amazing folks who, are wanting to do, great work. And my thing is, it's not just about, do you have the capability to do it? Are you bringing the right attitude and energy with you to do it? And I feel like that makes a world of a difference of not just enjoying what you do, but enjoying who you do it with. So,
man, and Maurice, I'll say this: as long as I've been knowing you, Maurice, this interview, we've never really had a chance to sit down and connect. But this interview has given me so much more insight to who I thought you were and who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought you were exactly who you're showing me right now. But I never really had a chance to connect with you like that. But being able to connect with you like this, brother, it's a pleasure and an honor to know, to have an idea of how you think and how you move. And Toya will tell you, it's directly in line. It's the way I think and the way I think that people should be. So I really appreciate it. And if I'm always doing some type of motivation and trying to get people, and people say, why are you always trying to encourage people? I said, why not? That's who I am. Stay who you are, whether it's one person or 1,000 people. Stay who you are. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming on the show, and I want to thank you guys for just giving the people the experience of knowing what goes behind a fundraiser, why you're doing a fundraiser, telling them about your love and your passion for what you do. And before we get out of here, starting with Toya, give the people one more tidbit about the project and how they can help the project. And then after she's finished, Maurice, you tell us about why you did the project and why people should help.
Absolutely. So thank you, Simeon, for dropping that link there. So again, we are down to 5 days for our Seed and Spark fundraiser, which 100% of the proceeds is going all to production, which includes cast and crew, making sure that it's a COVID-free, safe production set, making sure that we're able to really just bring to life a quality production and project for all of you. So I would say if you haven't had a chance to check out our Seed and Spark page, please do so. We have 11 incentives based on your donation, but whether it's $5, $100 or more, we are just gratefully appreciative of you sewing into this project. The other thing that is awesome is if you can share, if you can spread the word with your family and friends, if you can follow the page, that makes a world of a difference. I'm a believer that it takes a village. And so, Simeon, just thank you again for having us on your show to be able to talk more about Love Goals, because it is a project we're excited about, and hopefully you all are excited as well.
Maurice, take us on out, brother.
I mean, how do you follow that? That was excellent. That's why we work well together. But no, so I did everything she just said. We really appreciate you, Simeon. You didn't have to do this. So I definitely don't take it for granted. I'm gonna make sure that Toya put you in on the next project. No,
hey, if it comes, I'll take it. You might need somebody to come and drive the cast somewhere.
No, but
we laughing, but I would do it, wouldn't I, Toya?
I know you got a heart of gold, brother, and I appreciate that. and I do look forward to working with you soon. But what really drove me to do this project is to really tell a good love story. To tell it to my purview as a creative is always to focus on relationships and how they affect our everyday life, whether that's through tragedy, through love, through failure and growth, whatever that is. I believe in telling good relationships, stories. And sometimes, love isn't always black and white, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we live in those gray areas, and that's what this story is about. How do we grow or to separate in those gray areas? And like Toya said even earlier, sometimes that separation is freedom. So we don't know what type of freedom this couple is going to get. What we know, but y'all don't know, and the audience will learn, what type of freedom this couple will endure about this relationship. It's a lot of learning, it's a lot of growing, and there's some loss, and that's just the way life is. That's the way love goes. So I'm very excited about this project. I'm excited to work with the cast. I'm excited to work with the crew and of course my team of producers, and just get back to producing and hopefully do something to really help the careers of everyone involved. And that's really the main goal. One of the things that I do love about production is that it's a collaboration process. It's not just about me. Matter of fact, people recognize the actors before they even recognize me, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm just blessed to be able to help create an avenue for these people to showcase their talents, and that's a blessing for me. So please do not hesitate. Check out our Seed and Spark page. Check out the incentives. There are great incentives that we're giving people to donation, and also we had a contest actually for everybody who donated at least $250, or if you already donated and you increase your contribution by $150, you enter a chance to win a 7-day vacation to excuse me.
What?
A 7-day vacation, and it's sponsored by one of our sponsors, Barclay Real Estate in Georgia. They're sponsoring the trip. They've been one of the sponsors for the Seed and Spark page. So that's what Toya said. I mean, it takes a village, and sometimes it's not just about the money. It's just like encouraging other people to give as well. So we love that and we appreciate it.
And Simeon, can I just quickly say, you might have planned to ask us this, but certainly to your viewers, they can follow our social media pages, Facebook as well as Instagram at Love Goes Series. And that's where they'll see all of the details regarding the what did you just call it, Maurice?
The contest.
The contest, that's the word. The contest, the Seed and Spark. You also get a chance to see the cast members that are a part of Love Goes as well. So again, Love Goes Series, that's for Instagram as well as for Facebook.
So Love Goes Series on social media, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And then people can see it. It'll pop up in a second at Love Goes Series. You guys check it out. And you guys are watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we are giving a voice to the people. And the voices that you've been hearing today are Miss LaToya Hunter and Mr. Maurice L. Dortch. And I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. But before we get out of here, we have to give you the 5 things that you need to know right here on the Simeon Henderson Show by our very own Chicago Fly Guy. And when that's over, we will say bye to our awesome guest tonight. But before we get out of here, check out the 5 things that you need to know by the Chicago Fly Guy.
It's the Chicago Fly Guy, bringing you the top 5 things that, of course, you need to know right here on the Simeon Henderson Show. Number 5. Saturday was the Kentucky Derby, and after the 147th annual Derby, the Black Lives Matter movement took to the streets and are continuing to demand justice for the life of Breonna Taylor. Number 4. Filmmaker Lee Daniels credits singing sensation Patti LaBelle with introducing him to sobriety. Now, Daniel says it was during a late night conversation that he and Mama LaBelle had that introduced him and reminded him of his love for God and Jesus' love for Lee. Lee says that directed him to sobriety, and he says that The United States versus Billie Holiday is the first film that he directed sober. Thank you, Mama LaBelle. Number 3, Carrie Hilson and Beyonce. Well, have the two decided to squash the beef? Hilson says they have. I haven't heard from the Beehive. I'm still waiting for you to call me, Beyonce. However, I know Carrie Hilson will think twice before she ever rules and says anything against the Queen Bee. Number 2, this weekend's versus battle is against none other than SWV and Escape. Who will it be? Candy Burris or Coco? I know where I got my money. The number one thing you need to know is Mother's Day is upon us. So happy Mother's Day to all the mamas, all the big mamas, and of course all the Madeas. I'm your Chicago Fly Guy, and these have been the top 5 things that you need to know right here on the Simeon Henderson Show.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And it's always an awesome show. And when we got great guests, and then our Chicago Fly Guy, he always gives us some good
stuff.
That's a
funny guy.
Oh, I love him. He's hilarious.
Hey, look, and shout out to Patty LaBelle. That's my boo. Everybody keep. If you ever seen my movie Don't Bite the Apple, you understand my love for Patty.
See, why you bring up Don't Bite the Apple? I can't even talk about that movie because I get myself in trouble, so I'm done. Yeah, whatever. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. It was really good.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
But everybody, you're watching, and you can make sure that you guys, the link has been up here the whole time. SeedandSpark.com /fun/love-goals-a-web-series. So you guys can help this come to fruition. This project is going to get done, but we also need you guys to dig in and help out with the process. And we know it's going to happen, and you can be a part of making it happen. So Maurice, LaToya, thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. I appreciate you guys, and everybody make sure you check them out on all social media at Love Goals Series on social media, and make sure you support Love Goals, the web series, at SeedandSpark.com. Okay, so guys, thank you guys so much. I'm excited.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you guys. It's going to be great. You guys are putting your all into it, and you're doing great work. So we're looking forward to seeing what comes next. Okay.
Thank you, Simeon.
All right, brother. I appreciate you guys. You're watching the Simeon Henderson Show, where we're giving a voice to the people. Shout out to my executive producer, Jamani Anamdi, out in Miami, Florida, and my creative director, Sheldon Smith, and Jose Perez, and Earl the Other Winfrey at intellectualradio.com. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Peace.